first came out in 2004, it had years' worth of frothing hype to live up to. Now it's got rose-tinted recollections to satisfy. I'm not sure which is worse. Happily though, Fable Anniversary gently retouches Lionhead's original action RPG without doing unspeakable violence to its memory. It doesn't play like it was made yesterday, but this is a good adaptation, even if a few annoyingly anachronistic features remain. Fable has aged well, partly because some of its best qualities have since become action RPG staples. It didn't invent real-time combat, good evil alignment, or a world that reacts to your actions, but it does them all in its own way, and well enough that it's still fun to play today. It's easy to feel at home in this fantastical version of England's green and pleasant land, though the inhabitants say some bloody weird things. This is a simple and recognisable heroic tale at heart.
He was a great hero once.
You go from young boy to storied warrior, leaving your mark on the land of Albion with good or evil deeds, and eventually avenging your family. But the setting and ridiculous sense of humour make it much more endearing than the usual po-faced video game fantasy. Fable Anniversary looks far, far better than the original Xbox version, although everyone has a bad case of the scary faces.
Quick, follow me!
The old-fashioned looping animation's dated, but if you played the first time around, it's delightful to see it looking so good. Everything revolves around the Heroes Guild, where you go to pick up quests ranging from tedious beastie bashing to epic treks across the Albion countryside. How you shape your hero depends on where you spend your experience. The combat uses a mix of magic, melee and ranged attacks, and in the original game the controls for each didn't gel together well. For Anniversary, the combat controls have been adapted to be closer to the one-button system of later Fables. This is a vast improvement, and makes it much easier to use all of your available skills in fights. Frustratingly though, there are some problems that make prolonged fighting feel like a slog. The lock-on just isn't very good. Often it targets a faraway enemy or a friendly instead of the immediate threat. Dodging is clumsy, and when you're mobbed by enemies they have an irritating tendency to catch you in a hit animation loop and leave you unable to strike. Fable Anniversary's fighting is fun in small doses, but after a while it's tempting just to smash your way through with basic X-button strikes to get things over with, even though that's less fun. Nowhere is this better exemplified than in the extremely long and tedious arena quest. There are fundamental things about the way that Fable was made that Anniversary can't change. Albion is divided up into small corridor-like areas separated by loading screens. A technical necessity back in the day, but an anachronistic annoyance now. The menu system, meanwhile, has been improved to give quick access to items and emotes, but it's still a chore to dig through. These 9-year-old systems are showing their age, and the later Fables are more frictionless to play. But the things that really established this as one of the Xbox's most recognisable series are still totally intact. Just being in Albion is a pleasure. It really feels alive, with traders and villagers bustling about their business, applauding you when you step into a pub after a long day's questing.
Here, chuck us over a beer, would you?
The sense of humour too is no less charming than it was in 2004. Outside of combat, I was usually playing with a smile on my face.
Oh, hello. Have you ever tried blue mushrooms?
The strange thing about Fable is that for all the choice it offers, there's very little consequence. It's satisfying to see your good or evil deeds reflected in the physical appearance of the hero, but its morality is very binary and simplistic by modern standards. This makes it feel rather shallow, but it also enables you to be playful if the mood takes you.
You're giving me the
You can muck about with flirting with admirers in front of your spouse, or get drunk and vomit in public, or attack people for no reason, and none of it really matters. And crucially, doing all of that is a lot of fun. The best advice I can give when it comes to Fable Anniversary is to take your time, speak to people, pick up side quests and play around, otherwise you might suddenly find that it's over. It can be completed in under 10 hours, but there's nothing to be gained by rushing. And conversely, there's a lot you won't find out unless you take the time to mess around.
Have a good day. That's amazing! How did you do it?
Fable Anniversary's personality has proved truly ageless, even if some of its mechanics haven't. Inevitably, it doesn't feel as fresh as it did in 2004, but the strange and beautiful world of Albion is as absorbing and lovably, peculiarly British as it ever was. For more on Fable Anniversary, stay with us at IGN.